Welcome to MadHouse-Creations. A few weeks ago, I posted some pictures of last year's projects on the community tab and in Facebook, and I received quite a few messages on the scarecrow that I made, and they were specifically asking about how I made the hands. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I made those hands. To start out, I just traced my hand just as a reference. The hand we're going to create is quite a bit bigger, but this just gives you a basic starting point. We're using our 12 gauge wire, galvanized wire from Home Depot, and just start bending it. Make the fingers a little bit longer. Every finger I make it slightly longer till you get to the middle finger, and then go down the other way, make them shorter. And I just keep bending them until I have the 4 fingers done. And then I place it back on the hand just as a reference to get like the crotch between your thumb and your finger. And now I'm going to go through and pinch the tips of each finger just so it comes to a nice sharp point. I'm just going to go through the hand and put a piece of tape at the base of each finger just to hold it and start giving it the shape of the hand. And I would just do the same process for each finger. And now I'm putting the masking tape where the knuckles are going to go. This will just help start building up the knuckle areas, and also I can check and make sure it looks correct. And again, we'll do this for all the fingers. And one nice thing about this project too is it's really a clean project until you get to the painting part. So I usually make a couple of these, make the frame, and then I just sit in front of the TV and get them built out. Something you could do inside the house. Now we're going to attach the hand to the arm, which is just a piece of 3/4 inch PVC. You just get some electrical tape started on the pipe and just wrap it around and attach the 2 wires. Then I continue to wrap more tape on there just to give it a little extra strength and to also cover the tips of the wires so they don't poke out. And just making some minor adjustments on the hand just to get it roughly in the shape I want. It's really easy to bend the wire to what you want. And now I'm going to add some aluminum foil and create the palm of the hand. And I just use some masking tape to hold the aluminum foil to the wire. And I just continue to add masking tape until it's nice and secure to the wire. You can either cover it completely or partially, because we will be adding more aluminum foil to this. And here I'm just putting it in between the fingers. Kind of helps lock down the overall shape. Now I'm just adding some more foil to the hand just to give it some more thickness. And if you've never used aluminum foil and wire to make anything, you should give this a try. You can make some pretty cool stuff by sculpting it, even more than hands. I've used them on bodies, all kinds of things you can do with this. So I lost a little bit of video footage there, but that is the first finger done. All the rest will be identical, so you can see how to do it in a second. And I'm just building up that finger just to give it something for the rest of the aluminum foil to stick to. I smashed the foil pretty hard, gets everything locked in there nice and tight. And we just work our way around the fingers here. Same thing on every finger. So we just push that foil down really tight on there. Now that I have all the first layer done on the fingers, I'm going to come back and make the knuckles. And I just roll up some aluminum foil and wrap it around each knuckle area. And depending on the design of the hand you're making, this is optional. You could just build it up with more foil if you want more of a meaty, thick finger instead of a bony looking hand. And just go through each finger, do the same thing, just lock down those knuckles with a little bit of masking tape. And now I'm going to add more layers of foil just to build up the thickness of the fingers. And this is really where you could vary your design, shape it however you want. You just keep adding foil until you're happy with it. And on this layer I am pushing it down again pretty tight trying to get those knuckles to really pop out. Hopefully this video helps answer all the questions on how I built these hands. If you guys have any other questions or comments, please leave them in the either on the community tab or on a video on Facebook. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and if you want to see something, I'll definitely make more videos for you. So now that the fingers are done, I'm going to come back with some masking tape and cover the entire hand or entire finger with tape. And I try not to put it on smooth and nice. I want it to be bumpy and look like a stick. And now that the hand is just about done, we'll just finish up the last few pieces. Just press it all down. Make sure it has good contact so it doesn't peel up. Here I'm just trimming off the excess tape. And once the hand is fully taped, I think you have a couple of options how you wanted to use it. If you wanted more like a skeleton hand, like a bony hand, you could just leave it with the tape on it. Put a little clear coat on there. I think it would look pretty cool as a skeleton hand as well. And just going through, pressing down the tape all the way around, squeezing it in my hand, make sure there's good contact. And that pretty much finishes off the fingers. And now we're going back with our aluminum foil. We're going to start building up the palm of the hand to give it a little more thickness. You know, once the palm is the way you like it, just completely cover the entire thing in tape. Make sure all the foil's covered. And now I'm going to start bending the fingers. So I'm trying to bend them at the joints like a hand would bend. In the position I'm putting it in, I kind of want it like it's reaching out and grabbing somebody. So I give it a little curl. Yeah, and at this point is where I would stop if I was making a skeleton hand. And now we're just going to add some more foil to the arm. And one thing while doing this too, I found that if you put the tape lengthwise, like I'm doing right here, it gives it a much more natural look, opposed to spiraling it around the hand. So now we've finished up the taping. So now to add the extra woody look, I have an older can of Loctite. I normally use great stuff for this. It's not as sticky. It seems to work a little better, but we had some Loctite to get rid of, so that's what I'm going to do. In a gloved hand, I just spray the foam into my glove. And this one, we had a little malfunction on the bottle, but we don't need much, so just put it in your hand and start spreading it around. I try to get a nice thin coat, but as I was saying, this great stuff's really sticky. Loctite's really sticky compared to great stuff, so this part was a little harder. Go through, just coat all the fingers. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. I'm just trying to get it on there. And you can kind of see on the back of the hand there the texture that it's giving it. And then I find that once it's on there, if you kind of take your hand and pat it on and pull it up, it leaves these really cool little bumps on it. So I kind of go through the whole thing and just touch it, pull my hand up, let it string up a little bit. You'll be able to see the texture once it's painted. You can see how gummy it is, how stringy it is. Yeah, just make sure everywhere's coated. This also helps seal the tape and make it more weatherproof. After about 15 or 20 minutes, I'm hitting it with some warm caramel 2X spray paint in a satin finish. And I'm just going to give it a coat over the entire thing. But right there you can really see the texture that the Loctite puts on there. And I was getting a little impatient with it, waiting for it to dry, so I just hit it with the heat gun real quick. And now we're going to take some burnt umber mixed with a little water and give it just a good coat. And we'll come back and wipe off all the excess so it just stays in the low spots. And we'll just do the same thing on the entire hand. And thank you guys for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I think I just hit a little over 100 subscribers with only 5 videos, so I'm pretty happy with that, and I have a lot of videos planned. So thank you. Now that's completely coated and wiped off. Come back with a little yellow and some green, and we'll go back and give it a dry brush and just hit those highlights. And it was turning out a little more yellow than I wanted, so I just wiped it down again. And then we'll just go over the entire hand with the yellow. And with that, we are done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.